Beauty has sound. It's in full color. It has vibration. It has texture. It has wind in it. It's lightning and thunder and electricity. It exists, and it exists in all those facets. Hi, I'm Guidotti. I'm the founder of Positive Exposure. Positive Exposure is a nonprofit organization that promotes a more inclusive world through photography, through film, through educational programming, through workshops, lectures, and exhibitions globally, celebrating the beauty and richness of our shared humanity. My whole beginning of my career, I was a fashion photographer. I lived here in New York City, but I also lived and worked in Milan and Paris, working for magazines like Harper's Bazaar and Elle, for clients like L'Oreal, Revlon, and I did a lot of work for Yves Saint Laurent in Paris. But the idea was really about, always being told who was beautiful. And I was never allowed to really introduce my own ideas of beauty. I left my studio one day completely frustrated. Walking down Park Avenue, I spotted this breath of fresh air. I spotted this gorgeous kid waiting for a bus at the corner of Park Avenue and 20th Street with white hair, pale skin. She had the genetic condition called albinism. And there she was, and it was what I saw was complete and absolute beauty. She was freedom to me. As an artist, I became who I am today.
Rick stopped doing fashion photography entirely and started a foundation called Positive Exposure. That decision changed the lives of thousands of kids. It even changed the way we doctors look at our patients.
I'm actually traveling around the world, photographing people with genetic conditions. A core of everything we do at Positive Exposure is photography. Everywhere on the planet, we've created community-based exhibitions, from the Faroe Islands to Australia, Sweden to West Africa. In October 2019, we opened our own gallery at Positive Exposure on Museum Mile in East Harlem. It's a multimedia gallery space, performance space, and kind of cultural oasis. We have many programs at Positive Exposure. One very exciting program we have is the FRAME Project, Faces Redefining the Art of Medical Education. It's an online film library used by practitioners, medical students, healthcare providers, families, communities, kind of presenting all the basic information you need about a certain condition, but as presented by somebody living with that condition or that experience themselves.
My doctors are nice, take good care of me, and they try and get my seizures to go away.
Another program of Positive Exposure is our Pearls Project. The Pearls is a blog platform that we created with our community of people that we've been photographing for years around the globe. And here's Byron's first blog entry when he was 14 years old.
I had the left half of my brain removed because I have something called Sturge-Weber syndrome. I wear a brace on my right leg and right arm. I only see out of the right side of each eye, so sometimes it's harder for me to see things on the right side. So playing sports can be frustrating because I might not see a ball coming. I didn't see that coming.
And here's his video 10 years later.
Since then, I have graduated college and I'm now working in the sports industry. The funny thing about the sports industry is sometimes you find yourself dodging random balls that come flying to the right side of you, which I still can't see.
Another really important project of Positive Exposure is the Undiagnosed Initiative. When you have a diagnosis, you have your family support network, you have your specialist, you have your community. When you're undiagnosed, you're pretty much alone. And around the globe, there are people that don't have a diagnosis, either because their condition is so rare it doesn't even have a name, or there just aren't enough medical research tools within that community for them to really explore and do a proper genetic test. When we're traveling around the world with the Undiagnosed Initiatives, we're connecting communities of individuals living without a diagnosis, but also connecting their healthcare specialists as well. And occasionally, the families are getting a long-awaited diagnosis. When you're walking down the street and you see someone that's different, you have two options. You either stare at that person or you look away. It's my absolute responsibility as an artist to stop that, to prevent that from happening, to steady the gaze of the public, turn the head back, come back, look at that person who's different a little bit longer enough till you see beauty, and he just explodes.